This is Damon Stevens of Fenwell Builders. Today is Wednesday, August 24th, 2022, the stock market update for our trades of the day. And boy, what an end of the day. We had a big, huge boom on earnings, and we're going to be talking about that here as we get in this video. Also, we have Jerome Powell speaking on Friday. You see that the market's kind of just in a little bit of a range right now, waiting probably for that the notes to come out on that meeting to kind of set the tone for where we're going next. So it's just something to be aware of and be careful as you're trading this week until Friday comes around. And then we'll find out more on which direction the market wants to go next, especially probably over this next month. So let's get right into it, see what's going on in the market, and see what we can do to prepare for the next day. We had Dow Jones, it closed up 1.18%, NASDAQ up 0.41%, and S&P 500 up 0.29%. So overall pretty well flat. You can see it's very choppy though on the charts here. You see up and down, just kind of up and down. So, I mean, there's definitely opportunities here to catch the bottoms and the tops, but you just got to be careful and know that, you are trading in a range and not to get stuck in the middle where it's all choppy. You can see the overall market too, not a lot of money, flowing into new areas of the market. So energy continued to, hold its own, but, our FANG stocks and across the board, it was just really kind of a mixed day. So not a lot of activity going on. Looking at our small caps here, and you see here that Nerve and Drug were the two of the day, which Drug is a carryover that we've now had 3 days of trading on. So that's doing well. So hopefully you're able to take advantage of that. Also on earnings, this was a big day. This is the tech day. This is the day that I really like, out of this week. So we had NVIDIA, but NVIDIA actually just pulled back. It had some really negative news that came out after they announced earnings, which kind of impacted them. But Salesforce, Snowflake, Autodesk, Splunk, Box, Victoria's Secrets, NetApp, Guess. Tomorrow we have Peloton. Peloton already made a move today after it announced that it's going to be put its spikes on Amazon, which they said they'd never do. We also have Dollar Tree, so we have a lot of retail tomorrow. So that'll hopefully, tell us a little bit about their outlooks. But from what I'm seeing right now, a lot of them are saying the outlook's not very good for this year, and really we wanted to see a rally at the end of the year, which we typically do see, November, December especially. So do we get that rally, year-end rally this year? Hard to say, but we should find out more tomorrow, and more, as Powell speaks to us on the economy and what's going on. So let's look at some charts here. So this is what I'm talking about. So Palo Alto, when they had their earnings, had this nice jump up, a nice rally, and we're kind of like leveling off here a little bit. We pull back just a little bit. I said, we'll probably come back and at least test this 20, maybe even down to this level, 552 at some point. So looking for a little bit of downside and retracement on PANW. NetApp reported their earnings tonight. Look at this run, 73 up to 80. So nice run there. We'll see if we get more of it tomorrow. But nice earnings report, nice run on the stock. Autodesk, we had this pull down from 234, clear down into this earnings down to 213, and then we had at 215, the earnings report came out, ran from 215, spiked up to 230. So a $15 move, which is huge on stock. And then we kind of pull back here a little bit to 227. So we'll see, do we come back here and maybe fill a little bit of this gap in that was left here the other day, and then run up, or what do we see tomorrow for Autodesk? But Autodesk, good earnings, good report. Snow, boom, another one. So 158 up to 188. So you're talking $30 move on Snowflake. Just incredible explosion on that stock. So we'll be looking at that tomorrow, see if you get a little bit of pullback and be able to capture some of this. But man, Snowflake, if you had Snowflake and you bought that on the earnings, congratulations, because you absolutely just killed it. So Peloton, again, this Peloton, you see Peloton bumping up here, and it had some news come out that they're going to go to Amazon because of their sales. So So definitely Peloton's another play for tomorrow, and Peloton is going to announce their earnings pre-market. So this could possibly come all the way back down here again, but this is a nice little pump that is going on right now before earnings reports come out tomorrow. And then Burlington, nice run up here from 152 up to 163, so nice $10 move. So Burlington again, nice run up here from on these earnings. So liking this. If you're taking advantage of this, congratulations. But a lot of good stuff coming out here. You can see Burlington a couple days ago was kind of at the same level here. So it's almost like a little double bottom here and a run up to end earnings. Looking at the SPY calls and puts. So the red is puts, people shorting the market with contracts. Calls are in green, people going long in the market. And you see that you have the puts on the upper side and the greens on the bottom side. So, sometimes this will create a little wall here between 415 and 420. So we might see the market just kind of bounce between here. And you see here, we still have about 2.6 people shorting the market to long on the market. But this is definitely filled in. So there's definitely going to be a lot of volatility here. A lot of people speculating on which direction the market's going. And we're kind of on both sides. It used to be we were very heavily on the shorting side. You can see a lot of calls coming in here to hopefully take advantage of any upside that there is in the market. Something to be aware of. Thursday we'll get jobless claims. This could actually affect the market as well on the open. So we have jobless claims. We have gross GDP. And then Friday we have the PCE price index information, consumer spending, which is important. And then this 10 a.m. Eastern time. This is Jerome. So this is going to be a big one and could really move the market both directions. It's on the announcements. But then afterwards, hopefully we settle in and kind of understand kind of which way the market's going based on, kind of how the Feds and others are seeing the market. So, but if you haven't subscribed, definitely subscribe to our channel, FinWealth Live. We'd love to have you join us and participate and like our videos so we can continue bringing this content to you. And if you have not already, definitely go out and join our Discord. We have a free Discord here where you can get in and you can see where we post our numbers, as far as what we're trading and when we're getting in, when we're getting out before the market opens. So definitely come join our Discord. And there's a link here right on finwealthlive.com. There's also a free training out here, and also, check out our video on the front page, and then you can learn a little bit more about our company, what we do, and how we can provide some services to you, especially if you're a struggle trader, if you need some hands-on training, or even if you want somebody just to look at your computer and see if it's set up the way that's going to make you most optimal for trading. Let us know. So let's look at some stocks here. So Apple's kind of holding it. I mean, this could be, a bear flag, but, holding above that 20, so definitely Apple's got some support here and hopefully can bounce off it here and run up. So holding the bulls up here as best as it can. Chipotle pulling back here, but holding is again for 3 days and above the 20. So it's above all the moving averages. So that's still bullish. We're trying to hold that, see if we can hold that through, past Friday here. Tesla, you can see here just kind of bouncing back and forth, up and down, and we're about halfway back up towards the top. So look at resistance here. So right here's kind of midline, so 891. So if we're above 891, we could travel back up here to 942. If we drop back down, we may come back down towards the lows here at around 834. So it is kind of stuck right in the middle tonight. Microsoft pull back, still, it's come through the 200, sitting here for 2 days now on the 100-day moving average. Really need to see this get back up and going. But this was a huge profit for Microsoft, so it's dipping back down here just to settle up here and hopefully move forward again. Same with Amazon. Amazon's below the 20 for 3 days now, but it's still above the 100, so it's kind of a sandwich here. There's a gap to fill. It may decide to fill that gap. It'd be great, if it could come down, fill the gap, and then bounce. That'd be a lot stronger. But right now, it's just kind of hovering there, kind of in between. NVIDIA, 3 days here, down here on the support line. We have some negative news coming out here. I think we're going to be pulling down here a little bit further tomorrow, maybe around 160, 156 area. Maybe that'll help fill some gaps in. But right now we are holding support here, but I think NVIDIA is going to come down a little bit. Google, you can see here that we just kind of came down here, hit this top of this channel, came back down, 2 days down here. Hopefully we'll kind of run back up here at some point, but Google is just kind of sitting there on support as well. 50-day moving average, you can see we spiked down below, down towards the 77 area, but spiked back up above. And this is how many of the S&P 500 stocks are above the 50 days. So the more that are above the 50 day, the more bullish it is. But you can see every time we've come up to this peak here, we pull down. And that's exactly what's happened. So markets being very consistent. 10-year yield continues to climb up. Not good for the market. I think, if more money's flowing into 10-year, there's confidence there that there's money. And that's going to, it also shows me that, the economy is probably elevated and the market's probably going to come down. 2-year yield also booming, almost to the highs. So, I think the market's going to, possibly come down based on just kind of what's going on here in the bond market. And then US dollar is still elevated. It came down a little bit, but still elevated. That again can affect the market to have it come down. Gold's trying to get back here above resistance, 1752. And now, 4 days under there, just trying to get back above there. So we'll see if we can break that. But as long as the dollar is strong and the bonds are strong, gold may suffer here a little bit. US oil just continues to climb back up here towards the highs. So next goal is to get, back to 80. Oil's looking strong here. The VIX spiked up here, spiked the 100 and the 200, and then we got rejected and came back down. So that's good. We want the VIX to stay down here. It really be ideally if it's back below 20. So we'll see if we can pull back down here again, maybe towards that 20-day moving average, around 22. But definitely need to keep that VIX low if we want to continue to run. And you can see this little spike here on the VIX on the weekly. So depending on how we close this week, this could, the VIX should start to climb up here, and that would mean a huge pullback in the market. On a daily, you see we're starting to create a bear flag here, but we're holding above the 100-day, but we are below the 20. So that's showing some weakness here. So we'll see if we can hold this. So if we do break below, this around 410 area, which is kind of where the 100-day moving average, we could start to come down lower. And if we break here the 407 area, which is the 50-day, there's nothing below it. It's just a long way back down to the lows. So kind of a dangerous area for us right now. SPY one week on the weekly, you can see here it's sitting on, it bounced off the 20-day weekly average. And so that's good. That means it was support today. But let's see if we can keep it. That's now 3 times of bouncing off of that. So that makes me a little nervous. Triple Qs sitting here at support, right just below the 100-day, but above the 50. If we break this 50-day, it could be a ways down here. So again, having weakness there, having weakness in the semiconductors is below the moving averages. This is not a good sign right now. IWM, it got back above the 20-day, which is good. So we definitely want this to kind of run up if we can, get above 193, and that way we get back above all these moving averages. Financials kind of showing weak as well, below all the moving, below the most moving averages, the 50s right here. But we break this 33.74 area, we could have a long way down. So market's kind of teetering, and I think it's holding on to Friday, and whatever Friday is going to set the tone of, do we fall through and go back down to lows again, or can the bulls continue to hold this and maintain and move up? Looking at healthcare, you can see that we're below all the moving averages again. So again, weakness across the board. So I don't know if the bulls will make it. Friday's going to be critical. If not, then I think we go back and revisit the lows. So just be careful out there. Hopefully you lock your profits in on this nice bull run we've had, and that way you can make sure that if we do drop down, that you've locked them in. Energy sector, still strong, still kind of moving up here. You can see that in all the oil stocks. Definitely strong. We have resistance right here on the top of this candle that we're coming back into. So 83.18. So that's top of this candle. If we break that candle, we have the next one up. So we're around 85. So see how it can do, but right now energy is really, really strong. Bitcoin continues to hug this trend line here. So it's acting as support. So we'll see if we can continue to climb up there. If it can hold that and climb up, it's eventually just slowly, getting gains, but it's just not gonna, it just hasn't jumped off here. And the volumes are just super low. Ethereum, same thing, consolidated, but it's above the 50-day, which is good. But we're below these moving averages. So, it's going to take a lot to get Ethereum back up, especially with the low volumes. So we'll see. May had a little bit of a boost today, but still low enough to not to move it. So again, join us, finwealthlive.com, our free Discord, some free training, watch the intro video. And that way we can continue to update you on the market, stock market here, and also on crypto, and see if we can, make some money together. Again, we'll be bringing more to you, over tomorrow night as the market comes to a close. Also, just to give you an idea, this is kind of the, our page here. So this is a dashboard. You have live trading courses with a masterclass, group training, one-on-ones we provided. And kind of here's our front intro into our masterclass. So definitely take advantage of those services. Love to have you join us. Everybody have a great night, and we will see you tomorrow.